listening to, watching, hearing, smelling, tasting, and feeling sex, drugs, and skincare. Like and subscribe. Hey, welcome back to Sex, Drugs, and Skincare. I am Nikki Davis. I am a licensed comedian, stand-up esthetician, and with me is crunching next to me is Sandro Iocolano. What's your name? Say your name again?
Sandro Iocolano. Did I not tell you before the show?
No, I forgot.
I'm sorry.
To eat some more chips into the microphone, though. I would love. Yeah.
Okay, now I will.
Okay, cool.
If I do it now, then it's going to just get on the microphone. I don't want to do that.
No, because then they'll get mad.
How have I been?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't tell.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. I noticed that there's like a whole red theme here today. I don't know how interesting this is, but I have all the red.
Mm-hmm. Oh, then your drink.
Then my drink. I have two drinks that are red.
And then I have.
And you got your red drink,
Yeah,
and
straw.
look at your bag of Doritos.
Mhm.
Doritos.
I'm on a health kick.
You're gonna kick health.
I'm gonna kick health. Exactly. That's what people mean when they say health kick, right?
Yeah.
You're just gonna kick it.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
Yeah. When they say kick the bucket, it's not a bucket of chicken.
No.
Like if you think of like a bucket of KFC, you would never kick that.
No, it's
You
a
would just
bucket of
eat it.
life. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah. When you kick the bucket, it's a bucket of life.
Yeah.
But also, if your life is a bucket, then I think you should probably kick it.
Yeah, that's true.
Whose life is a bucket?
I don't know, but let's just kick it.
I think buckets pale in comparison. Did you want to say something?
Oh, yeah. Did you want to say something? Never. Which glasses?
Right.
That's okay.
Take the one on the bottom off.
Okay. And then
Okay,
put
now
the other ones
those-
on?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
I like those.
Yeah?
I like them both, and also those handles are kind of pinkish red.
It's true. It's kind of fucking up the whole theme. The only problem is when I go to read behind you on my prompt,
You gotta switch glasses.
I got to switch glasses because these are only reading glasses and I can't see.
It's a costume change, and very seldom do podcasts have costume changes.
That's a really good point that I
So I
hadn't
think you
ever
should-
needed to know about.
No one's ever asked me, so I never told anybody about it.
Oh, Sandro.
I did tell you my name.
You did.
Okay, good.
I just remembered that. Thank you.
Nike. Do you ever get like sued by that company that has your name?
No,
Reebok.
it's been a victory.
It's been a victory.
Yeah.
Nike.
Yeah, that's what it means in Greek. Never mind. My
It do-
jokes are very too intellectual.
No, wait.
for
Say that
you.
again.
No,
What does Nike mean in Greek?
it means victory.
Oh, really?
Like my name means victory of the people. Duh.
Nikki or Nike?
Both.
Oh,
It's
so
not the
Nike
same name.
means. Oh, is it?
Well, Nike means victory. I don't know if it's Greek, but Nikki, Nicole, Nicholas, those are all meaning victory
that's
of
like-
the people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So wait. So you could. Sorry. You could. Wait. Oh, sorry. For anybody who's not watching the podcast and just listening, Nikki farted.
I'd like to
And,
apologize to producer Alex today, by the way. We both came. Oh, God.
Here's the thing, man. I came with the chips, and I didn't mean to do that. And then the burping, I forget that there's somebody listening to this, and I only say that because it's so relaxed, right? And
Yeah.
I love Alex, so I'm sorry, Alex.
We do love Alex. I
Sorry
just
about
like
that.
his face just popping into to my frame of you. I almost wish that like we could put like a little frame of just your face that just goes into the podcast, like comes out like while we're talking, just like of you judging us and then going back.
Dude, you gotta have a picture, like a 2D cutout picture of your
Yes.
face on like a popsicle stick.
I want that so bad.
Yeah, I think that'd be dope.
Next
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll be here on
yeah.
Thursday, but yeah.
We'll be here on Thursday. So you have it on Wednesday. We'll get it on Thursday.
Oh, perfect.
Exactly.
He says he has an extra day to not do it.
When you have an extra day to procrastinate on
Yeah.
the thing you said you might
that's
do.
so good.
Yeah. It's like when somebody cancels plans before you do.
Oh my God.
And you're like, can I kiss you? But I can't because I know you're busy.
And I don't have to see you.
I don't have to see you. So
I want so that we all can wear the Alex mask.
yeah, hell yeah.
That would be
I
great.
just put it right here and like just, I would do that.
Sorry, I'm sipping out of my sippy cup. My cherry limeade. I got 2 cherry limeades today.
Oh yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
This is what you talk about when your guest cancels, by the way.
Oh yeah.
We had a great guest
Our
today.
guest got canceled.
Yeah.
We can't tell you their
yeah.
name.
Mm-mm.
Did you say she?
Yes.
No, they're not.
What?
What? They.
They. Sorry, they. No, she's a she.
She's. Oh, she. I'm thinking of somebody else.
She's.
So she didn't get canceled.
No.
No, because. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
She canceled.
People who consider themselves in they or them
Mm-hmm.
never get canceled.
God, maybe we should do that.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't want to be around I don't want to, if you canceled, at least like, you're like, oh, it's like when the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I can't go to work now because there is no work.
Right.
So when you're canceled, you're like, well, your problem solved.
That's a good
You know?
point.
But
Yeah.
you
It's like a
can't-
little forced break.
Yeah. Unless you get canceled and then fired from the king you were canceled from, you can't collect unemployment. Like there is no canceled benefits, like strike benefits or unemployment benefits, right?
That's true. Yeah. You don't get like any benefits for that. There should be a little bit though.
Yeah. Well, we don't live in a perfect world, but we're trying.
Welcome to Sex, Drugs, and Skincare. We'll be right back.
Here we are.
Here we are. So, how are you doing?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah. You look sweaty.
I'm a little sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, I don't sweat this much,
No,
but
yes, you do.
I happen to be indoors and wearing short sleeves. And usually when I'm wearing short sleeves, I'll start sweating.
Short sleeves?
Yeah.
What are the long sleeves you don't sweat?
I usually go with no sleeves.
No sleeves.
If I go no sleeves, then everybody else sweats.
I would love to see you come in with no sleeves on one day.
I probably will.
Okay.
I'll probably do it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but no, everything's good. I've been sweating a lot lately. I don't know if you want me to mention that or not, but
no.
Other than that, no, everything's been pretty decent.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. How about yourself?
Oh. No, everything's great. Everything's really good.
Yeah.
Except for our guest who canceled, but she'll be in. Well, we're rescheduling her, but we're
Okay,
very
good.
excited about her. But we have a very exciting guest today. Hey, do you think part of the reason why you're sweating is are you stressed out?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think I'm really, really stressed out. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna like draw attention to it.
Well, because the show today is about stress and how it affects your skin.
Okay.
Right. So that's why I brought it up. Apparently, it affects your skin. It makes it more wet.
Right, which is good because it gets all the impurities out, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Isn't that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also it makes you shiny and
Camera ready. It makes
always
me very
camera ready.
Yeah,
When
that's
you
what they say.
when you're on set, do people like, because you've shot a couple of things here and there. Is there always like a woman standing there with like a little cloth to blot your face?
Sometimes, or there's somebody there with a with like a piece of paper and some olive oil, and they usually dab my forehead because they can't get it all off my face,
Mhm.
so they have to make sure the dry parts of my face match the wet parts of my face.
Oh, I was gonna say because olive oil is probably less shiny than your actual head.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is probably like Pennzoil or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I'm on set and they'll come by and like constantly, especially when I was like heavier and I was smoking a lot of cigarettes and like that would get my anxiety up and I'd like, cause that's the thing with like the cigarettes was like, I would smoke it because I felt stress
Right.
or I felt stressful, like the bad stress.
Yeah.
But then the cigarettes would make me feel anxiety, which made me more stressed. And then I'd sweat more.
Well, what is it about that though with cigarettes? Like, is it like a more familiar anxiety that you're more like okay with than the other anxiety?
I think so. I had no idea. I had no idea that I was even anxious when I was smoking cigarettes before. I just thought like, this is what I did.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, wait, I am anxious. And then it dawned on me that I was like, oh, I think I'm addicted to feeling that anxiousness because once I felt being anxious like that, or that kind of like, because it raises your heart rate, it makes you poop.
Yeah, it does.
Then, like
Little poop tingle.
little poop tingle. One time I stopped smoking it was like I was in my third week of not smoking and I'm working at Trader Joe's. And in the middle of like checking people out, I was like, oh my God, I got to go to the bathroom. Just like that. And normally I took care of that in the morning, like, on the way to work or like on a break or something, I'd smoke a cigarette.
On the way to work in your car?
Yeah, well, no, I walk there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you shit your pants.
which is even a shorter. I would shit my pants on the way to work, but only if I walked, because it's something about the air.
It's like a horse when it walks and shit falls out.
Yeah, how efficient would that be?
Oh, that'd be amazing.
All right, I'll wait up. But you made me think of something.
Okay.
I remember like the first time I went to it was like Busch Gardens, the one in Tampa. And I remember like we're going through, and I don't know how old I was, maybe like 8 or I don't know, maybe 10 or something like that. But I remember like we went by and like there was like the animal exhibits and like, it's like a zoo basically, but like it's all different like continents, they say, like there's like certain areas where there's certain animals and they educate you where the animals are from. But I remember like we walked by like the elephants and there were just like elephants. And I was like, oh, these are huge. And then I see like one of the animal tamers or whatever they are, like just walk behind an elephant and just like with like a big wheelbarrow and just like put it right behind its butt. And then the elephant just unloaded.
He knew to go poo?
Yeah, it was just like, he just went and then.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love the timing.
Yeah, exactly. So was that person just really good at knowing when the elephant shat, or did the elephant know to shit in the wheelbarrow?
Or was the elephant smoking a cigarette?
Elephant probably smoking a cigarette.
And then he came over and shat in the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a pretty good. I never thought about that.
Alan? Who's Alan?
Elephant. I almost said elephants.
Elephants, yeah.
You know, my cousin Elephant. But elephants. Oh no, because they have their mouth. I was gonna say, could you picture an elephant like holding a cigarette with its nose or its snout or whatever, and just going its trunk, and then just going and like putting it in his mouth?
I don't know if elephants have noses, do they? Is it a nose?
It's a what is that
like
thing?
I guess it's a nose.
A trunk.
The trunk is a nose.
It's a trunk. Right,
okay.
Yeah, because that's what they sniff with.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
Then they use their nose, their trunk, to pick things up.
Right.
That's crazy. If I could use my nose to pick up peanuts, I think I'd probably
You'd never leave the house.
I'd never leave the house. I'd probably just snort them into my brain. And then I'm like, oh, I'm allergic to peanuts.
Whoops.
And they're like, oh, you shouldn't have eaten one. It's like, no, I didn't. I snorted into my brain.
It. Yeah. Oh,
so,
right to your
but that's
head.
a stressful thing.
What, snorting peanuts to your brain?
Yeah, snorting peanuts in my brain.
I just can't get over how much you're sweating right now.
It's a lot. And you know what's nuts?
Huh?
Peanuts. No.
Yeah, I was gonna
you know
say.
what's crazy is that like it's probably one of the first nights I haven't put anything in my hair to like, get the curls.
Yeah.
So this is just me.
He's just so bragging about his hair right now.
I'm not bragging about my hair.
I know. You have great hair.
I have great back hair.
You do have great back hair.
Mm-hmm.
I like to touch your back hair when you're sleeping.
Yeah. And then I ask, why are you in my apartment? Why are you in my bed? But yeah, she does. She likes to touch my back hair. It helps her fall asleep, which I find fascinating.
If not scary. I don't know. I just like the way it just feels kind of just like, I don't know. I'm rubbing a pillow right now just to demonstrate. It just feels kind of like tickly.
You are part Greek, right?
Yes, I am actually.
You do like hair and back hair. That would make sense,
I have
right?
never in my life liked back hair until you and I started.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Never was ever like, it just never was anything that I would ever be like, ooh, I love a man with back hair.
Not me.
No. You love a man with back hair?
I love a man with back hair. Not like romantically, but just like I really admire them. If I see a guy at the beach with just a full on like hair suit,
yeah,
I'm like, good for you.
Like hairsuitism?
Hairsuitism, because like a fake
hairsuit. It's actually a disease where like people are just covered in hair.
Oh yes, I've seen. There's like special about these like two Mexican kids, two boys that like had that like.
Oh, just like growing on their face?
On their faces, like their forehead and stuff like that.
It's like a werewolf kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not turned into werewolves. It's just that's what kind of like the vibe.
That's, exactly. Yeah, like Dracula.
Like Dracula?
Yeah, that's a werewolf, right?
No, that's a Dracula.
They said hair pseudonym.
Not hair pseudonym. Hairsuitism. It's HIRSUITISM.
Okay.
Hairsuitism.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's one of those things where you kind of look at and you're like, I complain about my eyebrows being too bushy, but then you're like, okay, well, this person who has hair all over their face has a very good disposition and is positive, so I don't think I should be complaining about my little hairs I have to pluck, you know?
Yeah, no, you're good.
So,
can I have a sip of your drink with he's drinking out of a, hopefully the straw hasn't disintegrated, but Sandro has made a straw out of a red vine, which is not completely unusual, but.
No, it makes sense. It doesn't work as well as
it works pretty well, though.
But after a while, see, it's kind of disintegrating a bit, but it's part of the fun.
And it's adding sugar to your non-sugar drink.
Yeah, that's what I like to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to used to get the Special K cereal. And then I would just dump a bunch of sugar into it. Oh, yeah. So I'd make my own Frosted Flakes.
So good.
But just sugary milk was just,
And then the crunch of like the grains of the sugar on the little tiny Special K.
Yeah.
I used to love that too. Yeah.
It's so good. I never was much for like, I tried it with grape nuts and I just never liked grape nuts. I never understood.
What are you laughing at? Oh, Special K. The Alex is saying he said Special K. Now he's curious. Are you talking about the drug or the cereal?
He's talking about the cereal. He's talking about yeah.
Oh, okay, both.
Yeah.
He said yes. The answer is yes. Yeah. Oh, that would be amazing.
God.
Yeah, just sprinkle Special K over your Special K.
And you're listening to Special K. Dude,
right.
I'm not going to date myself here, but I know who Special K is.
I'm just so glad because I was getting distracted because I thought Alex was not listening to us because he's our only audience member today. So I was like...
He wasn't. And then you heard Special K and he was like...
and he perked right up. We love Alex so much. Producer Alex is the fucking best, dude.
Yeah, he's the dopest. Also, speaking of dope...
Yeah?
You mentioned something earlier about ketamine. No,
yes, I did. Yeah. No, I don't have any right now, so sorry.
You mentioned something earlier about just
I don't call it Special K anymore because I have it so often. It's just K.
Oh, that's the sucky part.
It's not special.
It's
anymore
not special anymore. Yeah, it's lost its lost its allure.
It's just K.
Look how dull this special. Look how.
Do you want some of this? K.
Yeah. Oh, that's why they probably call it that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when we did ketamine? I don't want to say who I was with because I don't want to out them.
Right after a comedy show in the middle of the comedy club, as people were like,
wait, was that me?
Yeah, we sat down and we just like people. It was hilarious.
Oh, right.
Well, no, it was the club staff was like closing up stuff.
Yes, yes.
But also, you don't want to do that for the club staff. But it was fine. Yeah. See.
And then I went into the bathroom with the person who had it. Like every, what is it like? You do it every hour.
Yeah, if you do it right.
Yeah, I can't go into a handicap stall without thinking about that person now.
Oh, go into a Special K hole.
Yeah.
Did you see all the cereal?
Oh God, I did go into a K hole. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that. Remember. I kind of did too. I didn't have it as severe as you that you vomited.
Yeah.
I basically I felt kind of the same thing you did in a sense, but I was nauseous.
Yeah.
But I remember thinking to myself as like a third person. I remember thinking like, I don't like this really.
Yeah.
Let's see where it goes. And like I almost observed it from someone else doing it.
Yeah. You keep saying that, and like I feel like
it was so bizarre. I kept referencing because I don't understand it.
Oh well, I thought it was really cool that you were able to separate yourself. I, on the other hand, was panicking and was just like, I can't fucking take this. How long is this going to go on?
Well, what's weird is like, I mean, there's definitely times when I'm like, oh man, I'm like, I have to remind myself this is in my head, it'll pass. But after kind of doing like, mushrooms and stuff like that, like where you get the anxiety or you get like the nervousness or like the, I don't know, nausea kind of thing.
Yeah.
But in my mind, and I was thinking, I told you this, I'm like, hey, it's all part of it.
It's all
like,
part of it.
It's all part of it. And it will go through you.
Yeah.
And it will pass right through you, and eventually you kind of, don't feel like you do. And so I try in those situations not to panic because then I just add more to myself. When I'm sober, that's when I panic.
Oh, that's true.
That's when I like really get all the anxiety.
That's true, actually.
Yeah.
You do panic when you're sober. Like,
yeah, I'm like, oh my God, I'm sober.
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah. But no, it's it's not for everyone.
Which K?
The cereal. We're talking about the cereal, right?
Yes, we were talking about the cereal.
Add sugar to it.
Add sugar to
or as Alex
Special
calls
K.
it, Special K.
Yeah.
Ketamine.
Yes, ketamine.
Yeah.
We're actually going to talk for like 10 seconds about ketamine, but why don't we bring our guest out?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's been, God, we've been talking already for 15 minutes, it looks like. So,
I think it's been 20 because we started.
Oh, we started. Oh, okay, shit. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's bring him out. He's probably getting really boring. And yeah, so
yeah, he does that sometimes.
Yeah. What do you have? Do you have anything you'd like to say about this guest?
I didn't know him very well for a long time. I thought I did, and then after a while, I started to really, really just slow down and get to know him. And I got to be honest, whatever.
Okay.
He's okay.
Well, I would like to say that if I have ever, if what do you call that when you're allowed to have sex with somebody? Yes, I definitely have regret.
Oh, a hall pass.
A hall pass. Yeah. Then I would definitely fuck that guy if you weren't around.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
All right, dude. Let's bring him out.
All right.
I think I like this guy now.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have probably said that.
It's okay.
All right. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
All right.
Okay.
We're going to put you over there so you don't have to look at your terrible expressions.
Okay, perfect.
When it comes out. So,
I'm excited. This is going to be a fun podcast.
This is going to be a fun one, right?
Yeah. I just said podcast, but that's all right. Like I was a chicken.
Like it's bukkake, like bukkake.
Yeah. That's if you're just listening to the podcast and you're not watching, bukkake is disgusting.
What does that have to do with listening or watching?
I don't know. I just want everybody to be included.
That's what bukkake is. Everybody's
in the spirit
included.
of bukkake, I want everything covered.
So far, we've already covered sex and drugs, by the way.
Maybe and skincare because of bukkake.
Yeah,
All right,
that's right. Yes, it is. It is tightening for your skin. All right. Do you know what? By the way, this is really fast. Just bukkake. Do you know where that came from? So back in like the old. I can't remember what it's called, but I think it was is it China?
I never heard
I researched this a long time ago on Wikipedia. Anyways, when a woman would cuckold her man or whatever, they would put
That's when a woman would hold cuck.
That's right. Yeah. They would put her in the center of town.
Yeah.
And then a circle of men would come literally around her, and then they would jizz on her face.
Wait a second.
And then they would punish her.
Oh, yeah. Because who doesn't love that?
Right.
So wait, she cheated on her husband, so to speak, okay? And then to punish her, a bunch of other men do it.
Yep.
Okay, that's like the punishment fits the crime kind of a thing or whatever. It's like, smoke all the cigarettes if you're going to smoke cigarettes.
Exactly.
Smoke all the cigarettes. Just a bunch of, See, I thought bukkake came from the theater. I'm thinking of kabuki. Kabuki theater.
That's
not
a whole other theater. That's what explains the white stuff on their face.
Yeah.
It's not makeup.
My God. See, we're learning shit tonight.
Oh man, we got to have other guests sometimes.
I'm excited for the guests.
Okay,
tonight.
all right, I'm going to bring him out. Yeah. So this guest that we're bringing out today, he's really cute.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. He also has hair on his back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I would touch it.
We'll compare.
I would totally touch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's giving me a side eye right now, but
I know.
It's fine.
All right. Well, let's bring him out. So he's a very funny guy, whatever, Comedy Store, blah, blah, blah. He's on some show. What's the thing he was on?
What's that?
What's the show that he was on?
The Offer. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's one episode and it's on Paramount Plus, and like, who has that?
A lot of people have that.
Do they really have that?
Yes.
Yeah, for the free 7-day trial. Then
That's right. That's the only reason why we got it, so we could watch you.
Yeah, you know how many email addresses I've made up to get a free 7-day trial? All I do is make up emails, and then that's it.
That's why. Okay. All right. So let's bring him out. Coming to the couch.
I'm excited.
A good friend to the podcast.
Yeah.
Sandro Iocolano. All right.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. And move over here because we need Sandro to come back over here. All right. Hey, Sandro, now come over to the podcast. Yep. Okay. Whoa, Jesus Christ.
The mic is fine.
He spilled his drink and fucked the mic up.
No, is the mic bad?
No, the mic is fine.
The mic's okay?
Yeah, absolutely. Producer Alex just came in.
Sorry, dude.
No, it's okay. I don't know how you hit all the
Oh my God. I literally came in when Sandro left. I came in, and then I couldn't get in front of this guy because he went that way.
Yeah.
So then I must have hit that and then pulled all the. You got to go wireless here, dude.
You're right.
You need to go wireless. And I got to be honest, I don't feel comfortable talking unless I clean this up.
Yeah. Do we have a towel?
Paper
is there
towel?
one in my bag?
Oh wait, there might be one in the bag.
I don't think so.
By the way, this went way better in rehearsal. I spilled it like way more on the right side.
Yeah.
Now it went under the couch.
I know.
So let me just. Oh, Alex, you're the best. Dude. You're good.
This is all staying in.
Yeah,
this is the best.
This is stressful, and we're talking about stress, right?
Right. Yes. So this is very stressful for you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Alex has come in. He's saving the day as usual. That's what he does. Alex comes in and fucking saves the day. Alex, what's your last name?
Alvarez.
A-L-V? Oh, Alvarez. Okay, yeah, Alvarez. Yeah, I know how to spell.
You'd be surprised how many people get that wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah, tons of people.
Is there one mispronunciation or something that is like a common one that you usually get?
I don't know why, but everyone misses that second A.
And
they go Alvarez.
Alvarez, like Alvarez Street.
I don't know if that's spelled. I think that's spelled with 2 A's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's all with O actually.
Okay,
yeah.
Alvarez, yeah.
You should know that. You're the one with the Mexican name or the Spanish name or whatever.
Yeah.
Are you even? Can we even hear you?
Yeah, you can hear me.
Yeah, I still. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I can hear him.
Okay, good.
We're of course I can hear him.
Well, no, I want to make sure that the podcast.
Yeah, he's screaming.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
I'm gonna put intro Alex somewhere in there.
Yeah. Oh, please. Oh my
dude.
God. Yes. Yeah. I want you to do
Yeah.
anything you want. We give you free license to do anything you want to our podcast.
Yeah, it's like basketball, but you're the third man. You're not the sixth man. You're the third man. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, and what happened to the other two guys?
That's only 5, by the way.
They didn't make it. No, no. But you know what? It should have been, because that was pretty quick.
Yeah.
That was okay.
Alex is very quick. You know what? Next time our guest flakes, Alex is going to be the guest. Okay, cool. Oh, done.
Not even
It's
if
a
he
done
flakes. We're just gonna have Alex on here.
deal. Yeah, for sure.
And then we'll find somebody
Thank
else.
you for clarifying that. Yes.
Yeah, no, I just want to make sure.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
only if somebody doesn't show up will you be on this podcast.
If Alex flakes,
Only if no one else is
If
available.
Alex is a guest and then he flakes, he can just produce the show like you.
That's true. Perfect.
So yeah, it works out.
Alex looks like did you lose some weight, Alex? No, not.
Oh my God.
Yes.
It's a fat fact.
Because if you haven't, you need to. No, just kidding. Oh, you look good. You look good.
You look leaner.
Speaking of which, hey, Sandro, nice to see you.
Good to see you.
You look amazing.
Thank you very much.
Have you lost some weight?
I have.
Actually, you have lost some weight.
I have lost a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like, it's like the Special K when it's not special anymore. I've lost and gained weight so many times that it's probably very unhealthy for me. It's probably like a really, really unhealthy thing.
I've seen you at many weights, I think.
Yeah. My heaviest, I think, so right now, I'm like 175, something like that, 170. And so I lost about 10 pounds, I think, maybe 15. But at my heaviest, I was like 247, just shy of 250.
And Sandro's not a huge guy.
No, I'm not the tallest person.
I'm just saying, like, it's not like you're 6'7".
No, I'm not. I'm like 6'5".
Yeah, 6'5".
Yeah,
yes.
5'6", 5'5".
But
So at 250 pounds,
that's a lot.
Like taller sideways than I was, and I got a big fat head and like no neck at all.
But you were getting laid.
Of course, because other people felt worse about themselves than I felt about me.
That's scary.
So it
how is that
leveled
even
up.
possible?
I don't know, man.
Oh,
don't
you've
know,
actually
dude.
told me some of the stories about this, and I was actually very surprised about the way that some of this came about.
Oh yeah, it's amazing how it's like now you look at it and you find like great deals on like furniture people don't want, but Craigslist used to be booming for
sex people.
for SPs.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's just funny to me because now it's like I just think back to like it's amazing how people had to go through different avenues to like I guess to like get what they wanted, so to speak, or like find something they're looking for, but they had to go through these like like a billboard with like just text or whatever, as opposed to like just being like, hey, because maybe some people are shy and like people like a repressed thing or
right.
like so if you want to shave someone's butthole and you want somebody to shave your butthole. You don't want to come out and say it.
No. So what do you say instead?
Hey, you want to get a massage?
Hey, I love that.
Want to get a massage?
Yeah.
And now you can just go on, on TikTok and just.
Oh, that's true. And TikTok.
Yeah.
Huh. Is that what they do?
I think so. I'm not on TikTok, but I've heard like it's like just rampant for like Was it rampant? Ramped. I think it's a ramp for younger people to have.
They have sex from TikTok?
I think they hook up on TikTok.
No.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm so out of it.
I think it's the dumbest thing possible. I want to be on my phone less. It just seems like it's too much to like, all that stuff.
What was this? He was gesturing with his hands.
Multiple phones. I don't know how to use the phone very well.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, do you know that today we're going to be talking about stress in the time that we have left today?
Yeah.
And how it affects the skin.
Okay.
So I don't know if you were listening to the other
I was on the phone the whole
host
time.
that was talking. Yeah.
No, I was on the phone the whole time.
So he was sweating quite a bit. So he was making his skin wet. So
What a loser.
I know.
Unbelievable.
But I do want to talk about that because
Mm-hmm.
the reason why I mentioned it is because, well, I've been under a tremendous amount of stress lately, and I've actually had some hair loss, which is fun. But it also is coming from some of the effects that's been happening on my scalp, which is kind of like another extension of your skin.
Mm-hmm.
And so that sort of motivated me to talk about, how it affects you. And it does make your body is, it's just like there's no free lunch. You know what I mean? Like it's just a whack-a-mole. So anytime you've got something going on, you have to sort of deal with it or it's going to come out. One of the ways that it comes out is obviously you probably would think of acne, right?
So is that something that's like stress or diet or both? Or is it like is it like a gene thing? Like you grow up? Do you like more oily skin or?
Well, that's just acne on its own.
Okay.
But I'm talking about stress, like
stress-induced.
Stress-induced acne.
Okay, yeah. Bless you.
Thank you. It's your body's reaction to stressful situations or long periods of stress, and it puts cortisol into your system. And the production is like increased, and then it causes a part of the brain called the hypothalamus to overproduce a hormone called corticotrophin releasing hormones. You tried to say that.
That's what you put on the Thanksgiving table.
Yes, exactly.
Cornucopia.
Oh,
cortisones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also known as CRH. So,
is that like, so when you have like stress and stuff like that, your body can also produce hives? Oh wait, no. So is that more?
That's
of like
another one I hadn't even thought of.
So is that like a histamine thing?
Yes, that's a histamine response.
So, but the acne is not a histamine response.
No, that's more of a like I said, like this. It's like a hormonal response. It stimulates the sebaceous glands, which are your pores.
Okay.
And every pore is a hair follicle, and so it releases extra oil, and then it clogs your pores, and then you get pimples. So
okay.
So another thing is eye bags, right? I get those quite a bit
when
I'm not sleeping. Yeah. Yeah, you do actually get dark circle. Bags?
Well, I mean, my eyes do get puffy.
Yeah.
I guess I notice them more if I'm smiling. I'll see them, kind of puff out. But yeah, I'll get dark circles. And I used to eat a lot of sugar before going to bed. So,
that's true.
And that was, ironically, I did that because of stress. I mean, it's something, I love ice cream, but like, it was something to soothe me because I was stressed.
It was your special K.
Yeah, it was my special K, exactly.
Yeah.
Which,
You put sugar on your ice cream.
I put sugar on my ice cream. And yeah, why not?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you why not.
I can't tell you why not.
But the unchecked stress, it helps to it eventually, I don't know why, but it weakens the eye muscles over time, and it decreases the elasticity in your skin. And then obviously not sleeping is going to cause you formation of eye bags and dark circles, which is, I've been like really suffering with dark circles for the last, I haven't been sleeping though, as you know, like for the last month or two. So I mean, I've slept, but not like a full night. Although last night I did sleep pretty well.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
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 I was going to say because we had sex, but I can't remember if we did.
I don't even know you.
No, that's right. You're just a guest. All right, sorry. Dry skin. It is another result of having stress in your life.
Why is that? Do you know why? Like,
let me read it on the thing behind you.
Yeah.
It says the outer layer of your skin, which is called the stratum corneum. It acts as a protective barrier for your body, safeguarding your body from bacteria and illness. And then if Alex would scroll, if I didn't cut off the bottom
Are you reading
part,
that right now?
I am totally reading the other side. That one, yeah. Is there a scrolling ability on that one?
How do you know?
I cut it right off. Okay.
How do you know all this stuff?
I don't know. I'm amazing. But I have noticed dry skin.
Totally.
I think your body's just not functioning in the right way. Although the acne and the dry skin, you would think, I guess maybe it's one or the other, because you're either overproducing or underproducing oil.
Isn't it like though? And I mean, obviously in your line of work, you see people with all different types of skin. So you probably see them like in the interim, whether it's like, or the transition period where like their skin is starting to get acne, or they want to prevent it, or it's super oily. But I've also noticed that like all those acne medications, and I only noticed this from like going to school, and like there was like friends of mine who had like taken the Accutane. They just had a lot of acne. I don't know if it was their diet, upbringing, whatever it was. They looked relatively healthy, but they just had a lot of acne.
Oh, well, you were asking me about the thing on my head.
The alopecia areata. Is that like what you were talking about, or like this? What's the specific name for the eczema that you?
So the alopecia areata is like the result of having the stress, and in this case, the eczema, or the and what I have is seborrheic dermatitis, or they call it sebderm.
Yeah, still sounds delicious.
It does. It never didn't sound delicious.
Delicious. Yeah, never sitting down delicious. I love it. This is great. Really professional.
Oh God, I love you so much.
Where's the fucking host?
The host? I don't know. We need a new co-host.
He's not. Oh,
he's not there.
Unbelievable. The mic's not even hooked up over there. What kind of show are you running over here?
There's not even a cord into the mic over there. That's hilarious. Yeah. Okay, so then we were getting into we were getting into certain factors. And this is something I looked up on the internet, obviously, as are many things that I talk about. But certain factors that affect your vulnerability to stress are genetics. I don't really understand that. Level of social support.
Mm-hmm.
That explains why genetics, when I looked it up, you could click. It looks like you needed to click on it in order to get an explanation of why. Okay. And it has a check mark next to it.
You don't have to click on stuff.
You don't. Coping style, which drugs do you take?
Yeah.
Personality type.
Yep.
And there's a lot of people who are more stressed out than others. Some people take things a little more, like me, I'm a little more chill.
You're more easy breezy. Yeah.
Except for my hair's falling out.
Yeah, but you're easy breezy about that.
That's true, I am.
So it's cool.
I go on with my life.
Yeah. You know what really stresses me out? Getting acne. So that's like where...
Or getting skin, fine lines.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where, I like to keep an oily face if I possibly can.
Without
even like trying to
I was going to say,
that.
because I think you've been successful at that for a long time.
Yeah.
Childhood. Oh, let's go. Okay. So personality type, discrimination due to race, gender, perceived gender. What is perceived gender? Somebody believes you're one gender, but you are a different gender?
Wait a second. And
you're stressed out because they thought you were one gender, but you're actually another gender?
So race, gender, and then perceived gender.
Yes.
Like someone... I don't understand, because is that the person that's perceiving? They're the ones that get stressed and get.
I think it's the person who is being perceived.
So it's not someone. Maybe instead of saying maybe someone's like being bullied, or like maybe someone's like being like marginalized, or
yes.
like
what
whatever.
A good word. That was good. Yeah.
Thank you. I was on the margin for saying that.
I can't believe it's not
butter up.
Yeah, I can't believe it wasn't a butter joke.
You can't believe it's not marginalized. But maybe that's what they mean by that.
I think that they've had to include that. Are we changing tapes again?
Sorry, director's note, we're not sponsored by margarine or butter.
Okay. Alex, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Producer Alex, we're not sponsored, so can we cut that part about margarine and butter out of there?
Yeah.
It'll be all for the butter. Better.
And why?
We're not sponsored by Y either.
Oh, yeah.
We're not sponsored by them, so we can't have anybody thinking. We can't believe.
Believe me, if they were listening to this podcast, they are not thinking.
That's true, but that's why we love ourselves.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So the next one, I gotta remember where this website is where I got this, but the next one was LGBTQIA plus.
Okay.
So I guess
is that like Paramount Plus? Because that's
you only do it for 7-day trial. Yeah.
But boy, are your parents unhappy. Well, if this was a different time, they would be.
Right, exactly. This isn't the 1950s.
Yeah, the host is getting canceled.
I know.
Over there.
Yeah, I know, he's done.
Okay.
Socioeconomic status or other factors. So I don't know why they had to do that, because there's more on the list. So childhood trauma, and it says your profession. I doubt that they're talking about me specifically, but you know what? I felt the need to include it. I don't know why. How do you deal with stress? How do you personally deal with stress?
I try, honestly, if I deal with stress, I just try to remain calm. But if it's like something, then I'll just sugar it up, get stoned. I'll just eat a bunch of sugar or whatever. Like, basically, I think what I do is, I eat as much sugar as I can. I'm not even joking. To the point where like I just get super sleepy, and then I go to sleep, and then that the day's done.
That's like taking speed for ADHD, which is what you basically do. You like overload your system so it crashes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That's what I would do a lot of times if I felt anxiety. If I felt anxiety or like the chest thing, I would have a cigarette.
That's what we were just talking about too.
Yeah. And then I would have a cigarette, and then I would get even more anxious to the point where like the anxiety would hit a high, my heart rate would start racing, and then I'd get tired. Like I had nowhere to go up, and then I would just come back down again.
I have a feeling that has to do with your adrenals.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that they're shot.
They probably are. Well, maybe not now, but
I've replenished them enough. I think I go to Amazon and I get adrenals. And they just send them in 2 days. So
that's nice.
But I think so. Like especially, I love coffee. So coffee.
That'll burn your adrenals out.
When I was smoking, it was like coffee and cigarettes, and then like at night, coffee and cigarettes, and then at night, a sensible ice cream. Like just something. A sensible ice cream and cookies, and then if I had some like Swedish fish or something like that.
He's not even kidding,
No,
by the
I'm
way.
not joking.
This is not a joke.
Gummy bears.
He would be like, I'm going to go to get
cookies.
ice cream. And I'd be like, okay, cool. And then, but the bag was filled with ice cream, Swedish Fish,
Yeah, I didn't lie.
M&Ms, Snicker bar.
I did buy
a
ice
brownie
cream.
and 2 chocolate chip cookies to put into the ice cream, all to go into the ice cream.
7-Eleven is genius because they let you buy only 2 cookies at once. Right? So what you do is you're like, okay, all I have to do is buy 2 cookies, a brownie, 2 other cookies, and then you have you have like the snickerdoodles, then you have the by the way, those with chocolate ice cream, forget about it. But also the chocolate chip cookie ones, the peanut butter cookies are good there.
Yeah.
The brownies are good.
We're not sponsored by 7-Eleven,
yeah, by the way, can we
need to
yeah, we're not sponsored by 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
So
and
we
we're not
cut that
sponsored
out.
by Alex either, so I don't think we're going to be able to talk to him anymore.
Alex not going to be. By the way, you know 7-Eleven started because they were originally open 7 hours a day, 11 days a week. Did you know that?
No.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's how
that would cope with just sugar.
Your coping skills, I think they've gotten better.
It was never
though.
like hard drugs. I would never like,
that's true.
Alcohol. I guess alcohol is sugar, but it wasn't like to the point where like I would become dependent on it. Where if I didn't have it, then I would start to feel
with
it.
Alcohol?
With alcohol.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy doing. I enjoyed like doing a little bit of everything that like basically just didn't help.
Yeah. Well, you've changed a lot of that. I mean, you, like 3 days ago, you stopped eating corn syrup. So
yeah,
that's fucking great.
Yeah. It took a long time for me to realize that. I'm like, oh, maybe I should just, it's like, oh, I'll just have ice cream with regular sugar.
Yeah. Well, it took a long time for you to listen to me, you mean?
Yes. I don't like to listen to hear you.
No, that's a good point.
Not interested.
Well, how do I deal with stress?
Hold
you
on.
ask.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How do you deal with stress?
Oh, wow. That's a really good question. I hadn't prepared for. I didn't know you were going to ask me
Can we go to commercial real quick?
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Cool.
Okay.
Right. Before welcome back.
Yeah.
How do you deal with stress?
Currently, how do I deal with stress? I've been doing a lot of, I've learned how to do some breathing techniques.
I thought you were going to say butt exercises for some reason. I don't know why.
It does make me feel better about myself when my butt looks good. Yeah.
But then I kept thinking of butt and breathing. So I've been farting a lot.
You do it, you do them at the same time.
Yeah. So you do breathing exercises?
Well, I mean, like, you breathe in and then you can do the...
Oh, like what's that called? The
I don't know what it's called, but...
Autonomic sigh or no, it's there's something there where you're like, you breathe in as much as you can, then you take another quick inhale to get even to expand your lungs even more.
Yep.
Then you blow that out.
Right.
And that's supposed to like, I guess, induce some sort of like a stress release.
Also, when your body perceives your breathing to go slower, it slows down. So like the more heavily you're breathing and the faster you're breathing, the more the body thinks that you're running away from a lion.
A blind?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or and so breathing is very important and a really good way to naturally.
Something I learned that you like we was doing like the basic like the Wim Hof breathing, which is like the inhale like you basically take like 30 continuous breaths in and out, filling in your gut and your chest, and then you breathe all of your air out, and then you hold that for a minute. Then you do the 30 again. Then you breathe all the air out. Then you hold that for a minute and a half. And you do it one more time, then a minute and a half. On the second time you do it, as you breathe out, he says, slow your heart rate down.
Oh,
and feel it slowing down.
Yeah.
And I've learned that from doing that, when you inhale, your heart has more space, so it can pump, it can basically it can beat faster.
That's
but
really
as you exhale, it closes the space around your heart. Oh, so basically you have no choice but to slow it down a bit.
It's compressing it a little bit.
Yeah, exactly, compressing a bit, so the area around it, so it has no choice to, because on its own the muscles, so, and then plus with having it in your mind to actually slow it down. It's going on its own because you're breathing out and there's no air coming in, but also you feel it. Yeah. So it gives you this sense of like you're a little more in control than you realize. Yeah. And to be able to slow your breathing down. But I found it fascinating because, and that's what that sigh does too. Inhale, and then you breathe out all the air quickly, and then that your heart just and then it kind of regulates your breathing. Right. Yeah. That's
then there's
cool.
box breathing too.
So wait, what is box breathing?
I believe it's like you breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 1, 2, 3, 4, hold your breath, and then breathe out 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hold your breath at the bottom of that. And you just keep doing that.
And that's like square breathing, the same thing, or is that different?
I think it's the same thing.
Okay.
A box is a square as far as I know.
Oh yeah, boxes are real squares.
Right?
I don't let boxes into my club.
Yeah.
No, if you're a square, get the box out of here. Do you like that?
No.
Can we cut?
Not
No,
at all. We're not sponsored by Cut.
we're not sponsored by UPS. But I said the name.
Yeah, that's true. You did.
Damn it.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Yeah,
You're so
you're drunk.
I am drunk. I'm drunk on power. So sometimes lately I've been taking a walk, and I think there has something to do with I forget if it's the amygdala or the hippocampus, but like I think your eyes going back and forth help to like help your body calm down. And then I think the act of just walking and being outdoors in nature are really good for, nature meaning the sidewalk in the city. But yeah.
The smell of being outside is definitely like, I mean, inside when you smell something like, the trees in nature, fresh cut lawn, that kind of thing, like it'll calm me down. I know that I've done a lot of research in following people on Instagram who say things that they believe are true.
Yeah.
And one of them was from this neuroscientist, this neurophysicist. I almost said neuro rocket, but anyways, from this neuroscientist who basically says like sometimes if in a feeling of like stress or any kind of panic, if you just kind of move your eyes left to right,
it's the same. That's what I was saying.
So and that's like it's supposed to mimic you like looking around and seeing things, and then I guess like kind of having that.
Well, okay, now that brings me to another technique and something I've been doing for some other stress that we were talking about, EMDR treatment, which is a therapy where you talk about what it is that you're stressed out about. You are you're like reliving it. And then and part of it is you're going back and forth. You're like looking left to right, left to right, left to right.
So you're physically looking at one memory and then going back to another, or is it you're just looking back?
It's just that your eyes are going back and forth at helping you to process it. And then you you don't just do it that way. I mean, there's a lot more to it than that. And then there's also the tapping, because the right left tapping is the same. It's like activating one side, the other side, one side, the other side. So there's something to that whole back and forth situation.
Are your eyes closed when you're doing this, or are they open?
They are open.
They're open.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because you're watching either a finger or or whatever it is that you're looking at. So
Interesting.
it doesn't really matter what it is, but you're looking back and forth, and then and then the tapping also. Tapping is another great way you can research on your own to calm yourself down. You remember Lance Allen?
Yeah.
He was the one that first told me about that, like before he would do shows. Yeah, I know. He would do like tapping like this. And so if you're just listening and not watching, I'm tapping my collarbone, tapping
Lance
like
Allen's
the sides
a very
of my
funny
wrist.
comedian. I haven't seen him in a while, but I like the dude.
Yeah, I miss him.
So wait, he would do like just to kind of calm himself down?
Yeah, he had some really good techniques. I also learned how to that I should bring peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to the comedy clubs. So I always had food.
I like that. Yeah.
And then I would pass them out to young, hungry comics. Yeah. Okay, so
that's how we met.
Yes, that is actually how we met. So, going for a walk. These are some of the suggestions that I found on the internet, and we can just sort of see how we feel about them. Taking a bath. Oh, that's a huge one for me. I took a shower last night. I was feeling kind of stressed, and so I went in the shower, and that helps you calm your nervous system down. Lighting candles, reading a good book. It just slows you down, I think.
Yeah.
And I think with the candles, I think it just brings your focus so that you're not all over the place. It's almost kind of meditative. And obviously there's also meditation that you can do.
Yeah.
Getting a massage.
Okay.
Practicing a hobby. I mean, how many times have we been doing like
Kegels?
Yes, Kegels. That's your hobbies, Kegels?
Yeah, well, I don't get paid for it.
He's a hobby.
It's not professional.
You should though, because you are really good.
I should join a league. Everybody just like
league?
20 people just going
100 Kegel leagues under the sea.
Kegel. Oh my god.
So stupid.
20,000 Kegel leagues.
That's what it is. Yeah. What did I say? 100?
I don't remember. I think you said something wrong.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Stretching before bed, eating healthier, exercising, obviously, if I didn't already say that, reading a good book. I think those all slow you down.
Yeah.
a diffuser with calming scents, which leads me to different oils that you can use.
Yeah.
Like essential oils are also, we talked with Robin McDonald from Kindry Skincare, and we were talking about all the essential oils and how those get into your brain through your, through smelling or putting them on pulse points, even underneath the arches of your feet or whatever, the bottoms of your feet. So, you've got lavender, rose, vetiver, bergamot, chamomile, neroli, frankincense, sandalwood, lang lang.
What's myrrh?
Myrrh is another one. That's another. Yeah, I don't recall what it's good for, but I'm sure it is somewhat
Myrrh,
calming.
what is it good for? Absolutely
nothing. Say it again.
Myrrh.
Yeah. God, we need a guest.
Yeah, we need a. Oh, that host.
What did Alex just say? We need to get he locked himself out. We're not sponsored by Myrrh.
All right. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Alex. Yeah, he's saving us so many lawsuits.
Yeah, that makes a lot of frankincense if you think about it. But we're not sponsored by Bill Murr. He's a very funny comedian.
I like to put him on my pulse points.
Yeah.
Orange or orange blossom geranium, but you get the point, right? And then you can use those to boost your mood. But what blew me away with what Robin was telling us is that you just by smelling it, it literally, I don't forget how long it takes, but it does actually get into your brain. It goes into your bloodstream and gets into your brain somehow.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize that when you smell something, you're actually smelling the molecules that make that up. It's actually going into your system.
Yeah.
Like when you smell perfume or cologne, it's actually going into your system.
That's true.
You go into a public bathroom, you're literally it's like gross, but you're like, oh, okay. So that's why, I guess that's why people wore masks for a while. But anyways.
There's nothing worse though than getting the smell of diarrhea in your mask.
Yeah, especially when you're like, that's diarrhea.
And it's not mine.
And it's not, when it's not yours, it's like, when it's yours, you're like, you understand.
You get it.
Yeah, you get it. Literally, you get it. You get it. But I didn't realize that was, because just smelling something like that with the lavender or whatever, instantly puts me, like anytime I'll take a walk and if there's like a lavender tree or plant or whatever it is, I'll take one off, kind of rub it, smell it, and then I put it in my ear.
Yeah. And
then I'll just take it out every so often.
Don't stick it in your ear if you're listening. He's not putting it into the hole of his ear. He's putting it like
I'm putting it on the top of my ear.
At the top of his ear, and it looks really cute.
Exactly. I like doing that. Like sometimes when I'm working on a construction site and I have to take measurements, I'll put a pencil in one ear and lavender in the other ear so that the guys can make fun of me.
That's perfect. It works out.
They call
really
me
well
very,
for
very
you.
bad names.
I like to do that with rosemary too when I walk past it.
Yeah,
I just and then sometimes I'll even just drag my phone through it and then smell my phone.
Smell your phone. That's great. Your fingers have been touching everybody else. Everybody's got diarrhea air on it.
Well, oh my God. The rosemary is actually a cleansing oil. So it is actually, it relaxes you, but it's a purifying oil too.
Okay.
So it maybe is getting some of the poo particles off of my phone for me.
As long as it's doing something.
Yeah.
It's interesting though. Like I never realized that I was doing anything to reduce my stress, or that's what I was doing in a sense. Cause I was like, oh, let me just grab this lavender. It smells good.
Oh.
And or rosemary, same thing.
Yeah.
But without knowing it, unwittingly, cause I have no wits, you're lowering your stress levels. You're lowering like your blood pressure, like that kind of thing where like everything's kind of connected, like every organ's connected.
Yeah.
Stress will increase everything. So it was pretty cool.
Well, you were following your instincts, your human instincts. We were telling you that this is something that would work for you, even though it's not like on a conscious level. Oh
yeah, that makes sense because your brain's.
You're like, this makes me feel good.
I like the way this smells. So obviously I would do it. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Nature doesn't make mistakes. You know what I mean? Have you ever noticed that like things that smell good are usually good for you. Things that smell bad are usually not good for you.
Yeah.
Things that are cute are usually not very harmful. Things that are not cute, usually harmful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about like animals, like bunnies, cats, even cows.
They're adorable.
Yeah, they're adorable. They're not going to hurt you. But, if you look at an alligator, it's pretty clear what's going to happen to you if you buddy up to an alligator.
Yeah, I don't know alligators very, but I don't feel like they're fans. I don't think they like people or anything that's not them.
No. I'm so glad they're in Florida.
But yeah, oh God. The one time I was living in Florida, we were at a golf course, and it was like a par 3 golf course where like they called it the executive golf course because you're just playing for like when you're on lunch break or whatever from the job. But remember the first hole, 5 feet to my right, and then 6 feet down was like a 6-foot alligator.
Stop it.
Just hanging out there chilling.
It was in a golf store, a gas station, in a golf station.
Well, it might have been a golf station. No, it was on the gas course.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I remember like telling somebody, and everyone was like, yeah, all right. It was like a storm drain, basically. Yeah. And it was like a normal thing.
And they just knew it was there?
I guess they knew it was there, but they didn't, but no one did shit about it because, I mean, what are you going to do? Like, there's like a certain, where it's like, you don't mess with them, they won't mess with you kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Just don't go in the storm drain.
Yeah.
Also, if it's coming up, like.
If you're going in a storm drain, you deserve to be eaten by an alligator.
Yeah, it's a storm before the drain. You don't want to, the calm before the storm drain.
You're draining me right now with that joke.
Yeah. Well, it's the best thing I've ever written.
Let me just go over some of the last few things that are on the somewhat conventional list, and then we're going to talk about a few unconventional ones that I saw on a billboard on the way here.
Oh yeah.
So journaling, which I have also been doing lately. Avoiding procrastination.
You procrastinate on saying that word. Late. Okay.
Spending time with friends. And then it says outdoors. But and then the other one was creating boundaries to say no. That's huge.
That reduces stress?
Well, yeah, because
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
You're not doing something you don't want to do because, that's Yeah.
I've said yes so many times and then immediately followed with like, why'd I say yes?
Right. And then you're stressed out because you're doing this thing you did not feel that you wanted to do.
I remember when I was working like at like a pharmacy and like somebody walked up to me, and this happened a few times. They would go, "Hey, do you want to work?" I go, "Yes." And then I go, "Why did I say yes? Like, what am I?" Like,
did you even work at the pharmacy?
Yeah, I was actually I was delivering floor mats. But no, I remember thinking like, why did I say yes? And then I'm like, and a part of me was like, whoa, because I felt either obligated or I wanted to seem reliable and not let somebody down. But then
helpful,
and then it was instantly like, why did I say that? And then I was in a shit mood and I got stressed and I beat myself up.
You get mad at yourself up.
Yeah,
right,
totally.
Exactly.
Mad at myself up. Yep. I do. I'm mad at myself
up. I
up.
hate you so much.
All the time. I love you.
Oh, God. Okay, so here's the ones I saw on the thing outside, and this is what I wanted to talk to you about. So there's regenerative medicine. I don't know what that is. I would like to look at what vibroacoustic therapy is. I have a feeling it has to do with vibration.
Sound bath? It sounds like
sound bath.
Like a sound bath or something like that.
High-five me with that. That was good.
Thank
so
you very much.
you can do that at the, thank you. Alex made it bigger for me so I can see it because he knows I'm 100,000 years old.
But that's only in human years.
Yeah, that's right.
So you're good. Yeah.
What's the name of the place that we go to?
The Integratron?
Integratron, yeah. But there are other places.
Yeah. Don't go there. You'll hate it.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Wink. Ketamine therapy. We weren't doing ours for therapy, but
sort of therapy.
There are places that are with regulated doses of ketamine. I don't know how it works.
I had we know somebody who had the ketamine therapy, and it was just like in a vape. It was like I don't know how it came out, how it was. I almost said distilled, but like how it was like given out or whatever, or like
dispensed.
Regulated, dispensed. That's the word. But I remember it was like it looked like a vape, and it was like ketamine.
So it was somebody that just had to consistently take that throughout the day.
I think so. I think he said it was like because he was like going like a therapy. It was like a part of his like psychotherapy or analytic therapy.
I want the number of that therapist.
I think you could probably just look up get ketamine therapy or just. Remember that place you saw that? Remember at that time you saw a sign walking to the podcast tonight? And it said ketamine therapy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See if that place exists.
It's a place called Better You Care. I've never been there before, but I will say since I have been quoting their billboard. So
yeah, we're not sponsored by them.
We
so
are
we
definitely
need to bleep
not
out
sponsored.
The entire podcast.
As a matter of fact, I want to hit them up for some cash for even mentioning their name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's fascinating.
Nutrition, meditation, and breath work, which we already discussed. Yoga. I don't know if I said yoga, but
no.
Yoga
That's one thing that I have a hard time even trying to do because I'm just not limber.
We're going to make you do it. Which is what you always want to hear before you do yoga. You're going to be forced to do yoga. But we're going to try it. You said you would try it.
I would totally try it.
I think it would be good. It's good for your concentration. I think, like to just tune everything out.
And you
sort
can't
of
go fast.
You can't go fast. Well, there are faster.
There's fast yoga?
Kind of like vinyasa, you're like doing the poses and and then there's slower old lady yoga, which is what we're going to do. Stretchy old lady yoga.
I'm down.
Yeah. You will be down.
No, you're down for the count.
Down, yeah.
Downward facing.
Downward facing. Thank you. Thank you for picking that up where I left off. and was never going to come back.
I'm never going to say anything about it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, I feel good. How do you feel?
And I'm not trying to be funny here.
That's good
because I never try.
Yeah.
I just always make bad jokes, but I do feel less stress after talking about it.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, because almost like it's like even talking about stress kind of it doesn't make it this sacred thing.
Right.
It kind of just, you're kind of throwing it out there. It's like, I had a therapist once tell me, you know, like when I feel anxiety, sometimes just saying I feel anxious or I feel anxiety is all you need to come down. Because now it's not this like forbidden thing or something you can't label.
Right. And you're not supposed to feel, you know, quote unquote anxiety.
Right. So you're like, oh, I feel like, so it's something like, oh, interesting. I feel, and that's happened to me before. I do that third person again. I go, oh, I have anxiety. Interesting.
Yeah.
And I would feel what it's like in my chest, but not here in my head.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think just talking about it's like the stress with you and everything, you know, it's like, it kind of takes away its power.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It takes away its power. That's a really good way to end, because at first I was thinking like, why the fuck didn't he say this earlier? Because this is so good. But I think this is a really good way to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Because that's a really powerful thing to do, is just like,
just to remove the power.
remove its power, whatever it is in your life. You know what I mean? Like if something's stressing you out, you just by acknowledging it and just being okay with its existence, you're just taking away its power.
Totally.
So, well, yeah.
I'm down with it.
Well, this has been really enlightening. So, to you.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having you on. Thanks for, I really appreciate you coming onto the podcast.
Yeah.
And
thanks for having me.
Yeah, I feel great.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I feel less stressed.
You do?
Seriously.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aw.
Nice to meet you.
And nice to meet you too.
I told you my name before, right?
Sandro?
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't think of a funny jokes there, so no.
Perfect.
I just admit it. That's
fine too.
That stresses me out is when I can't find a funny joke, or when I don't get the jokes around me in the room, and then I just have to sit there and look blankly.
Yeah, because that could typically stress you out if the joke didn't work well. But if you pretend like it's not, you know, and then you take away its power.
That's right. Thank you for bringing that full circle. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, it's a figure 8. It doesn't make any. It just never ends.
It's infinity.
yeah. It's never gonna go anywhere. It's worse than infinity. It's a Lexus that you played too much for.
Oh my god. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Oh, and it says, I'm sorry, we're not allowed to talk about Sandro, because we are not sponsored.
We're not sponsored by Sandro. If you're just listening to the podcast and not watching, we're not sponsored by, what's his name?
Sandro.
Shh,
don't say it.
Can we bleep that? Oh, the clothing store for women.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right.
Okay,
that's
I
the
got
one.
you.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, producer Alex.
Thank you. Yeah. Alex has been so helpful today.
I love Alex.
Alex, I really would like you to put like a cartoon of your face in there, and every once in a while, just pop it in randomly, like just with no rhyme or reason. I'm going to draw a picture of your face. So we need to take a picture of you. And as a matter of fact, at the end, we'll take a picture of the three of us. Okay, yeah. I'm so excited.
And then when you pop it in like next, so like it looks like you're either in the middle, like in the middle here, or just over one of our shoulders, just going.
Yeah, just being judgmental.
Yeah. You're like both the devil and the angel, just going. Ugh. But you have horns.
Both of them hate us.
Both of them hate. Yeah, both of them agree that they hate us. Like,
oh, this is so stupid. Oh my God. Alex is the best. I know I've said that like 6 times during the podcast, but I just love him so much. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Check in with us next week. We do every Wednesday. Don't forget to hit your like and subscribe
every Thursday.
Button. Oh, Thursday.
But they're not going to know.
No, I'm releasing on Wednesday.
She releases on Wednesday.
Yeah, we are. Depends on if you're busy or not when I release. So, yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we've been recording on Thursdays. Not that you need to know that as an audience, but yeah, I've been releasing them Wednesday at 3 a.m. is the time I've chosen to put them out.
Nice. Like when they film the Tonight Show. Everybody thinks it's always like at 11 o'clock at night. No, it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
3 o'clock in the morning.
They film it 3 o'clock in the morning live, and they release it the next day. No, they released it the day before.
Yeah, they released it the day before they shot it.
At 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, they're very, very progressive. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. And thanks to producer Alex, and thanks to Petty Cash Studios. Yeah. And you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Sex, Drugs, and Skincare.